Have you ever wished you could travel back in time, maybe to fix a mistake, witness a historical event, or just see what life was like for your grandparents? It's a fascinating idea, but it comes with a massive, reality-breaking problem. The grandfather paradox. This is one of the most famous thought experiments in all of science fiction and theoretical physics. And today, we're going to dive deep into why it makes time travel so tricky. So, what exactly is the grandfather paradox? Imagine this. You build a time machine. Your first mission, to travel back to the past and meet your own grandfather when he was a young man, long before he met your grandmother. But let's say something goes wrong. You get into an argument, or there's a terrible accident, and you prevent your grandfather from ever meeting your grandmother. Or worse, you cause an accident that stops him from ever having children at all. Now, think about the consequences. If your grandfather never has children, then your mother or father is never born. And if your parent is never born, then you are never born. But wait a minute. If you were never born, how could you have built a time machine in the first place? How could you have traveled back to the past to interfere with your grandfather's life? This is the core of the paradox. Your action in the past erases the very possibility of you existing to take that action. It's a closed loop of logic that eats itself, a contradiction with no clear resolution. It's like trying to divide by zero. The universe just can't compute it. This very paradox is one of the biggest arguments that scientists and philosophers use to suggest that traveling to the past is simply impossible. The laws of causality, the fundamental principle that cause must always come before effect, would be completely shattered. If you can erase your own cause for existing, then reality as we know it completely breaks down. The entire chain of events that led to the present moment would unravel, creating a situation that is logically incoherent. It's not just a puzzle. It's a potential violation of the fundamental rules that govern our universe. But what if time travel to the past is possible? How would the universe handle such a blatant contradiction? Well, there are a few fascinating theories that try to solve the grandfather paradox. The first one is often called the self-healing or self-correcting timeline hypothesis. Think of the timeline as a river. You can splash around in it. You can try to divert a little bit of water, but the river's powerful current will always force its way back to its original path. In this scenario, the universe has a sort of built-in defense mechanism against peril. You might travel back in time with the full intention of stopping your grandfather, but something would always get in your way. Maybe your time machine lands in the wrong city. Maybe the gun you brought with you jams at the critical moment. Maybe you trip on a banana peel right as you're about to act. No matter what you do, the universe would conspire to ensure that the key events that led to your birth still happen. The timeline would correct itself. You might be able to make small, insignificant changes to the past, but the major, timeline-altering events are locked in. Fate, or causality, would be an unbreakable force. This is a popular concept in fiction. The time traveler becomes a tragic figure, unable to change the very event they went back to prevent. They can only watch as history unfolds exactly as it was always meant to. It suggests that while you can visit the past, you are merely a ghost, an observer, powerless to alter the grand tapestry of history. Now, let's explore a far wilder and more mind-bending solution. The multiverse, or the parallel universes theory. This is a favorite among science fiction fans, and even some theoretical physicists. This theory suggests that your actions don't change your own past. Instead, they create an entirely new, branching timeline. So, you go back in time and prevent your grandfather from having kids. In that timeline, you will indeed never be born. But that timeline is now a separate, parallel universe. You haven't erased yourself from your original timeline. You've just created a new one where you don't exist. You, the time traveler, would now be stranded in this alternate reality. A reality you created, with no way back to the world you came from. Your original timeline continues on, completely unaffected by your actions, with you simply having vanished one day. This neatly solves the paradox. You erase your own existence, because the you that existed in your original timeline is still there. But it opens up a whole new can of worms. Every trip to the past could create countless new realities. It implies an infinite number of universes, each one slightly different, branching off from every decision ever made. It's a staggering thought, and it makes time travel an act of cosmic creation, but also one of immense responsibility. What happens to the new universes you create? Are you playing God every time you step into your machine? There's Another, more philosophical take on the paradox. Some thinkers propose that a time traveler would be physically or psychologically incapable of carrying out the act. It's not that the universe would stop you with a convenient accident. It's that the very laws of causality would prevent your body from completing the action. Imagine trying to push the north poles of two powerful magnets together. The closer they get, the stronger the repelling force becomes. Similarly, as you get closer to the moment of killing your grandfather, perhaps some inexplicable force would take over. Your muscles might refuse to pull the trigger. A sudden, overwhelming sense of nausea might overcome you. The universe wouldn't need a falling piano or a jamming gun. It would simply make it impossible for you, as a product of your grandfather, to erase your own origin. This is a more deterministic view, suggesting that free will might be an illusion when it comes to tampering with the fabric of causality. You are part of a causal chain, and you simply cannot break the link that created you. The grandfather paradox is so compelling because it highlights just how fragile our reality might be. It shows that changing even one seemingly small event in the past could have catastrophic, cascading consequences that ripple through time. We think of history as a solid, unchangeable thing. But if time travel were real, it would become a fluid, vulnerable construct. Every person's existence is the result of an impossibly complex chain of events, a series of chance encounters, decisions, and accidents. Altering just one link in that chain could erase everything that came after it. This leads us to a final, chilling question. If meddling with the past is so dangerous, so prone to breaking the very logic of existence, was time travel ever meant to be possible? Perhaps the paradox isn't a puzzle to be solved, but a warning sign, a cosmic do not enter sign telling us that the past is off. Maybe the laws of physics themselves contain a fundamental principle that makes backward time travel impossible, precisely to protect the integrity of the timeline. The universe might have its own immune system, and paradoxes are the fever, signaling a disease that it can allow to spread. So, what do you think? Is the paradox a hard barrier, making time travel to the past a fantasy? Or is there a way around it, through self-correcting timelines or branching universes? The debate continues to rage in both science and fiction. It forces us to question the nature of time, causality, and our own existence. If you could go back, would you dare to risk it? Thanks for exploring this mind-bending topic with us. If you enjoyed this journey into the paradoxes of time, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of science. Let us know in the comments which time travel theory you find most convincing. See you next time.